welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and in today's video, we are going to be doing another X-Wing How to Fly. In this series, I basically tell you guys and teach you guys how to fly certain ships. With that said, that's what it's supposed to be. Really, I tend to just tell you my strategies, how I choose to fly these ships. And you can basically take the way I choose to fly them, take my strategies, and apply them to your own game. With that said, everyone has their own way of playing this game. Everyone has their own strategies. The way I choose to look at these ships might help you come up with your own strategies for the game. But nothing I say in this video is a has to be this way. It's more or less the way I do it, and the way I do it might help you. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about X-Wing How to Fly. Which ship are we going to be flying in today's video? And in today's video, we are going to be talking about my favorite variant of the TIE Fighter. You don't know that about me? I like bombers. I like TIE bombers. Oh boy, so, my god, this is probably one of my favorite ships in Star Wars. Like, seriously, and actually, it shows up in, I think, episode 5. When I first saw it as a kid, I was like, what are they doing? Are they bombing the asteroid? I thought that was so cool! I absolutely loved the look of the TIE bomber. Oh my god, it looked just so different, so cool. With that secondary pod just full of weapons. And you will see that that secondary pod holds a lot of weapons. Let's go ahead and talk about the TIE bomber. Without further ado, here is the points. Considering how much you can just put on this ship, it's worth the points. I mean, you're not just getting torpedoes. You're getting torpedoes, missiles, and bombs on top of everything else. This has to be one of the greatest ships in all of Star Wars. And it's only like about in the 40 point range. 30, 40 points. That's actually really, really handy. This is such a great price ship for what you are actually able to equip it with. Now, with that said, here are the quick builds. And I tend to use the quick builds, I tend to modify the quick builds, but I tend to use the quick builds more. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the TIE bomber. Alright, so let's go over its stats, shall we? It has 2 attacks, 2 evades, and 6 hull. Okay, 2 attacks. So, it's generally not going to give you a lot of firepower, but realize that this thing is going to be holding torpedoes and missiles and bombs. 2 attacks? Who cares? I want to use the torpedoes. I want to use the missiles, and the bombs can definitely do some damage. I personally do love the ship. And 2 evades, I mean, it's okay. 2 evades is actually pretty fair. 6 hull, though, with the ability of 6 hull, it's actually quite a livable ship. And considering just in terms of TIE Fighter aspects, as long as you're using this ship in conjunction with a supportive ship or decoy ship, more importantly, a supportive ship, then you will actually be alright, because you can use your supportive ship or your decoy ship to hopefully protect your bomber and use your bomber as the heavy hitter muscle ship. Yep, this is the heavy hitter muscle ship for the Empire. Alright, let's go over the rest of its stats. Alright, so it has a focus token. It has a targeting computer. It has a barrel roll plus a targeting computer. So you can barrel roll plus target your opponents. Of course, to do that, it is a stress maneuver, and it is also a stress maneuver to move your turret. Yes, this thing does have a turret, but interestingly enough, it actually doesn't have a turret as its main fire ability. So if you look at its main fire ability, it can shoot from its range. So if you have other cards that gives the turret a secondary attack, you can attack maybe 2 or 3 times with this thing. Oh my god, that is such a powerhouse of a ship. Speaking of powerhouses, this ship actually does have a little bit of a other ability. So let's go ahead and read it. If you would drop a device using a 1 template, you may, which means you don't have to, but you may use a bank maneuver template of the same speed instead. So basically what this means is if there's an enemy ship behind you and you want to drop a bomb, if you're in just the right amount of angle, but you're not gonna be able to hit the enemy ship with the one straight, you might be able to get it with a 1 bank, which actually moves the bomb further away from you and into the enemy ship's firing range. That is actually a really, really handy ability. I really like that. Gonna try to give it up real close for you guys. That's a really, really handy ability. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and look at the other cards that I have here. I really like collision detector, so you might end up actually hitting an asteroid or something. Using this, if you boost or barrel roll, which on this ship you're going to be, of course, barrel rolling, you might not have to take damage, so that's pretty handy. And then this card is really handy. Hot Shot Gunner. While you perform a turret attack after the modified defense dice step, the defender removes 1 focus token or calculate token. So basically, after you use your turrets, you can take away their focus token. So in case you're attacking first and they're going to attack you next, you get to take away their focus token before that happens. So they won't be focus shooting you. That's really handy. Okay, I really like this one too. After you perform a primary forward attack, you may perform a bonus primary back attack. So fire in the front, fire in the back. Let's go. Okay, again, this thing can hold so much damage. I really like corner nets. You basically place them down, and if an enemy goes over them, they're going to take a lot of damage from a corner net. A lot of ion tokens. Concussion missiles. Alright. I like proton torpedoes with this ship. I don't really like advanced proton torpedoes because you have to be so close to the enemy to use them. A regular proton torpedo is handy enough. And then, who doesn't like cluster missiles? Who doesn't like throwing a cluster of missiles at your opponents? Yep. You have to spin targeting computer after the attack. You may perform this attack as a bonus attack against a different target. It's just such a handy missile to use on these ships. Now, funny enough, while you can have a bomb, I typically just stick with the missiles. If I do use a bomb, I use corner nets. I just like corner nets. That or proximity mines. I like proximity mines too. The other bombs they go off immediately as you drop them. And I kind of like the bombs that you just set out and wait. You know, once someone goes over them, they're dead. Especially if they are coming close to you, like coming right behind you. You drop a bomb on them anywhere close to them, you're likely going to hit them. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the ships. These are my 2 TIE bombers. And that will be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I love the TIE Bomber. Let me know what you guys think of the TIE Bomber down in the comments below. In my next X-Wing video, we are definitely going to be doing the Punisher.